Okay, I'm going to show you some problems from section 4.3, and I apologize, I have a little bit of a cold, so you might hear me sniffling and sound a little hoarse from time to time. But I want to look at this problem first. It says graph the linear equation, and it says y equals 3x plus 4. And then below that, I'll use my mouse here, talking about this equation. And then below here they say determine the slope and the y-intercept of the equation above. So what they're looking for you to do on these examples is to recognize that y equals mx plus b is the form of a line where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And so remember from the previous lesson, section 4.2, that an intercept is where the line or any graph crosses a particular axis. So if I say a y-intercept, it's going to cross this y-axis, this vertical axis here. If I say x-intercept, I'm talking about where does that cross the x-axis as an ordered pair. So when I look at this over here, I see a question about slope, a question about y-intercept. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically say this position, this 3 here, that's the m in the y equals mx plus b. So slope, which is m, is 3. Okay, the y-intercept can be grabbed right away here by looking at what constant is added on to the end. So plus 4 means there's going to be a y-intercept of 4. Sometimes these equations aren't written so that you can grab that information right off. Maybe you have to use a little bit of algebra in order to find those pieces of information. So you can say submit, say OK, and then they say part 2, the y-intercept of the above equation is 4. Indicate the y-intercept on the graph by dragging the dot on the origin to the appropriate position on the y-axis. So I go over here, I hold down on my clicker on the mouse and drag this up 4 spaces to essentially 0, 4. So on the y-axis we go up 4, we're going to say submit. Okay. And then they say you have found the slope to be 3. Indicate the slope of this equation on the graph by dragging the blue dot on the origin so that the slope of the line connecting the 2 dots is 3. Well, when they say slope is 3, that's a little bit incomplete in terms of information, because slope is rise over run. And so you have an example like this where they say the slope is 3. Any number that is a regular integer that they give you, you really think of it being a fraction with the bottom being 1. So the slope is 3 over 1, which means that my rise over run from the point that's already been established, right, we're up 4 right now, the rise is up 1, 2, 3, and the run, which is positive 1, the denominator would mean 1 to the right. So you go up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. You're going to find another point on this line, and that gives you a rough sketch of all the solutions for that particular equation.